Hello everyone. We are looking at phase C, chapter complex number, exercise 1, question number 25 here. Let's look at the question. The question is, if n is an odd integer greater than 3, but not a multiple of 3, greater than 3 but not a multiple of 3, we are in the world of omega, and prove that the following expression is divisible by another big expression. All right. This is also, if you see your exercise 1 question, particularly the later one, they are substantial question in the sense they are both theoretical, conceptual questions are there. So this again question, it begs you to really remember your divisibility rule. So you have to basically prove that this is divisible by 1, 2, 3, and basically 4 or 5 factors, whatever are given here. How do we prove divisibility, whether it is divisible? If you remember class 9, so factor theorem and those stuff. But this is not a very easy expression that you can factor out from there. So the best part is take one by one all the factors and just prove that they are going to leave 0 there. Factor theorem, if f0 of something, fa, if fa is equal to 0, if you remember, then x minus a was a factor. If fa is equal to 0, then x minus a, where a is the 0 of a given divisor. So the same concept we are going to use here. If my divisor is x, then what is 0 of x is 0. So now look at the equation. It is in x and y. So x plus y to the power n minus x to the power n minus y to the power n. Now, if it is going to be divisible by x, how do we check? What is 0 of x? 0 of x is nothing but 0 itself. So, is x is equal to 0 making it 0? Check kar lete. So, y to the power n. So, we put x is equal to 0. So, y to the power n minus 0 minus y to the power n is equal to 0. This applies that x is a factor. X is a factor. X is a factor. Similarly, no brainer here, y is equal to 0 if we put, then x to the power n minus x to the power n minus 0. So is equal to 0. That means y is a factor. Now the third one, how will that become 0? We put x is equal to minus y. Kar lete? X is equal to minus y. So this is 0 and x to the power n or y is equal to minus x. So minus x to the power n. Now it's an odd integer. So if this is an odd integer, so minus is going to come out. So this is going to become plus. So again 0. So that means x plus y is a factor. So all of that is pretty easy. What about this expression? What about this expression? Now, these all zeros we could easily see. What about this expression? Now, this expression, we have to remember, you can do by finding quadratic and finding the factors, but it will really help you if you remember this is x minus omega y into x minus omega square y. Yes, it is the same omega, cube root of unity. So if we multiply this, we are always going to get this expression. Had it been only in x, then we know omega and omega are the factors. But if there is a y there, then it is nothing but x. Omega ke saath you just put y also. You can multiply to get it back, or you can just remember this also. This is for you to figure out how this becomes this. But yes, this is the factor of this one. In the previous question, I told you to remember x squared plus x plus 1 is equal to x minus omega and x minus omega square. And this time, we can relate it. So x, if there is a y also, second variable, then it becomes x minus omega y. and x minus omega square y. So remember these two things. Also, you can figure it out yourself. Now all of them, and then how we have to incorporate it here. We have to just put omega, x is equal to omega y. So let's put here x is equal to omega y. And that is where that 3 ka thing is there. The question is giving to you the initial part greater than 3 but not a multiple of 3. That is why. So x plus, so x is equal to, so it is x plus omega y whole to the power n minus x to the power n, or sorry, x is equal to omega y. So omega y plus omega plus y whole to the power n minus omega y whole to the power n minus y to the power n. Now what is it? Here if we see y, if you take common, this is omega plus 1. We know omega plus 1 is nothing but minus omega square. So this is minus omega square y, and everything is raised to n. Everything is raised to n, and because n is a odd integer, so this will, yeah, n is a odd integer, so this will come out as minus. It will come out as, so minus omega square y minus omega n 2n yn minus omega n. Now if I take minus omega n yn common, what am I left with? Omega n plus 1 plus omega 2n. Now from your theory of cube root of unity, if the roots of cube roots of unity, all the 3, they are raised to anything but a multiple of 3, it is 0. Anything but the cube root, but the multiple of 3, this is equal to 0. So this implies that this is also a factor. This implies that this is also a factor, and then you can check if this is a factor, then omega square is also a factor. So what do we come to then? So this expression is divisible by x plus y and the 2 factors of the 4th one. So that means it is divisible by everything together. So this is the step. You can go through it once more yourself. But the main thing to understand here is whenever we come across such a question where we have to comment on the divisibility, then the easiest thing would be if you're able to factor this out from here. Now we see, because it is a greater power n or something, or we don't know, the n is a variable, so it is not very easy to factor that out. The second approach is one by one you take up the factor and apply the division or the factor theorem that you have learned before. So take one by one all the factors and see if they are making the expression equal to 0. The zeros are making the expression equal to 0. All right. And this is factored into this. So takeaway from here is that this can be factored into this. Takeaway from the last question was this, and here it is. All right. Thank you.